To start your new assessment, go to the button in the top right corner and click. Step 1 is the assessment info page. Here you fill in all the basic information you may have on your project plan or policy that you're assessing. Once you've done that, you click the button in the top right corner to continue to step 2. Step 2 is the tags page. Here you're selecting tags that are relevant to your project plan or policy. Tags are preset themes or topics we've created for the Accelerating Action tool related to sustainable development. And you can see here that the tags in yellow are ones I've already selected. We usually suggest between 5 to 20 tags to select here. You can select as little or as many as you want. If you ever get stuck on any of the terms that we're using here, you can hover over and a simple definition is given as well to aid in your decision making. Once you've selected the tags that are relevant or could be relevant for your assessment, you click continue to get to step 3. Step 3 is the final step, the targets page. Here is a short list of SDG targets based on the tags that you've selected. So this is not the full list, only the most relevant targets. And very simply on this page, what you're doing is selecting those targets that you want to map to your project plan or policy. So I will select the first one as an example, and that may be it. You may want to just continue on to the next page, the final output page. But if you want to go into a little bit more detail, what you can do is start assessing for each target whether you think your project policy or plan is having a positive or negative impact, or whether it's having a direct or indirect impact as well. And if you ever need to get more information on the target, you can simply hover over the icon and it will give you the full definition for that target. Further to that, and this again is optional, but this is more detail that you can go into, for every single one of the targets, we provide 6 example actions that you could use to improve your project plan or policy as well. So if I was to open up this first one, promoting climate resilient livelihoods, every single action will give you a brief explanation, brief detail of what it's about, as well as 2 ideas for local indicators that you could use to measure and monitor your impact as well. So in total, we've got just over 1,000 actions as part of this page, and just over 2,000 indicators as well, which are really helpful to give you ideas on how to improve your impact. So you can also select the actions that you like the look of, that you want to take forward into your final assessment output. So I'm going to do that here. When you're happy with this, what you do is, same again, go to the top right button and click continue. The assessment profile is the final page and contains all of your inputs in one neat digital record. Here you can see all the basic information we've input, as well as the tags that we've selected as a record, which is really useful if you want to look back on your decisions and tags that you selected. And then here we have the SDG wheel, which shows you all of the targets you've selected mapped across the 17 SDGs. Really useful for being able to show the wider economic, environmental, social impact that your project, policy, or plan may be having. You can, if I scroll up, for example, and click this icon anywhere on this page, you can export these graphics in PNG form, which you may use for reports, slide decks, maybe social media. And you can see further down here, there is a breakdown of the SDGs that are being contributed to, as well as a record of the particular targets and also the actions that we've selected and indicators too. If I scroll up to the top, you can see that in the top right, we have the edit button, which means that you can go back and edit your assessment. We also have a PDF export, which exports this whole page as a PDF report, which is really nice to use, even put in as an annex to your overall report. And finally, what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to the home page, which is where we started, to show you the final results of this assessment. We're back on the home page so that I can show you one last feature of the Accelerating Action tool. So you'll see down here This is the assessment that we just did. I've also added groupings here, architecture and 2023. You can add your own groups, define them as you will, however you want to group your own assessments. But that's how I've grouped this new assessment. Then what I want to do is I scroll all the way up to the top, and here I'm going to select dashboard because I want to be able to visually see as a portfolio of assessments what all my work, projects, plans, and or policies are adding up to. So you can see that we have the SDG wheel graphic again, but this time it's showing that all of the assessments, which is great, but more helpful than that is if I select group and select, say, architecture. I can select more than one group, but I just want to see the architecture projects. What I'll get here is the wheel showing the collective impact of all of my architecture projects, which is really helpful to show that big collective impact. And I hope it helps you too. So thanks for watching and good luck with your own assessments.